Well, hello. Welcome back to a Vintage Vlogmas day 6. Today might be a shorter video just because it's a real estate heavy day for me. I need to do a little bit of computer work and then I will actually be working on stuff in the garage. No furniture projects, just doing some general pricing and cleaning. Let me get this done so we can actually get to the vintage part of Vintage Vlogmas.
Life is a winding road.
It's actually a lot brighter out here than it was up in my room. So I talked about this before, but a few people have asked me how I do my pricing. And it's a very nuanced thing when it comes to antiques and vintage and reselling. A good rule of thumb is you want to always double your money. However, a few people pointed this out in the last time I talked about this. You want to at least double your money, but you really want to quadruple your money. So let's say you buy this for $5, you want to probably price it at 20. That covers your booth rent, any fees, taxes, a little for yourself, paying for the item, and making sure you have a little left over to invest into the next purchase. When I say fees, what I'm talking about is usually when you are set up in an antique mall, they take a certain percentage of your sales. So in the factory antique mall, they do 10%. If I sell something for $100, they're gonna make $10 off of that purchase. You know, people say you make the money when you buy the piece. It's 100% true. If you overpay for something, you already purchased that piece at top dollar, and when you go to sell it, you'll be lucky to sell it at cost. I come across a lot of stuff that I really like, and I would love to put in my space. It fits my aesthetic, it fits my vibe, but the price point wasn't there, and so I had to leave it and let it go. This was probably one of the biggest lessons that I had to learn early on, because I was trying to do the whole keeping up with the Joneses thing, where I wanted to look like Liz Marie's house or somebody else's booth. It's a little frustrating, but you gotta start slow. You cannot just rush into this and buy up all the pretty items at top dollar and expect to make it work long term. And so that's something that I have had to learn, and I've come very close to failing because I was trying way too hard to purchase things that made my booth look pretty versus sourcing things that made my booth look pretty and something I could make some money off of. Unfortunately, that is kind of the nature of this beast, where we all love antiques and vintage and we appreciate that, and we love sourcing and finding these treasures. That's what it is for me, just one big treasure hunt. At the end of the day, you need to make money. And not only are you losing money possibly through sourcing incorrectly, but you're also losing money every month to paying taxes and your booth rent. You do not want to get to the end of the month and realize that you have not made enough to even cover the rent for the next month. It is not a great place to be. I've been there twice. Other comments that I'm getting is people kind of wanting to know the prices of stuff that I'm either looking at, which I try to show you guys. Also prices for the items that I source, which is kind of hard to do because I am trying to sell these things. And a lot of y'all are just asking because you would like to know if what you're picking up in like Michigan, Ohio, Kansas is similar priced or the same to what I'm picking up here. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the prices are spread across the board in every state. There was stuff in Georgia that was way cheaper than stuff in Kansas, and there was stuff in Kansas that was way cheaper than stuff in Virginia. It's all over the place. The only sure thing that I know is that it is most likely more expensive in Washington, D.C., New York, and California. But even then, I bet you can find some good deals. So if I don't always share the price, please don't be mad or offended by that. I'm trying to just hold on to a little bit of privacy in what I make. I like to share as much information as possible with you guys, but every now and then I need to hold just a little something back. The best thing you can do if you are thinking about opening up an antique booth and you kind of have an idea of what you would like to source, go around to all of your local little junk shops, antique malls, especially the place that you might be waiting for a booth in, and just do a little bit of market research. Walk around, pick up items, look at prices, maybe make a few mental notes or real notes about what things are priced for. And then the best thing you can do is go back through in like 2 weeks, go back to where those items were in those antique malls and those booths. Are those items still there, or did they sell? If they sold, you have a pretty good idea of what somebody is willing to pay for something similar that you want to source. It's so nuanced. There's other factors like, does that antique mall have good foot traffic? Do they do well with social media and advertising? Does that one particular booth have a big following and they do well with social media and advertising? It's all over the place. But the best thing you can do is just do a little bit of market research locally to you and see what prices are, what things are selling at. And you can go back multiple times. Maybe it didn't sell in 2 weeks, but maybe it sold in a month. It all depends. It's not a one size fits all for anything. You kind of just have to play around with it for your area and figure out what works best for you. The other great thing that you can do, like if you're out thrift shopping and you pick something up and you think you might be able to make a little bit of money off of it, just give it a quick Google. See what it's listed for online if you can. And what I like to do is if I pick up something that I'm not really sure about, is I look at the prices online. But then I usually try to price it for less, at least by 10%. That online listing is getting a much wider audience than my booth is probably gonna get. So even though that is a potential price that you could sell it for, take into consideration that locally people are probably gonna spend just a little less. Kind of just went on a tangent there. I hope somewhere in that rambling mess that there was some kind of information that was useful to you guys. Also, today's filming situation isn't the best because I stepped on my tripod yesterday and broke it. RIP to my tripod. Way to break it, Amanda, right at the beginning of Vlogmas. But I have my backup on the way and it should be here tomorrow. So my filming setup is really janky today. I have like a tote here with my tags on it. You are like on my tripod, but it's like sandwiched in between two heavy things so it doesn't fall down. And then I just have stuff scattered around me that I need to price that you guys can't see. So a lot of the stuff that I'm pricing today is just things I've picked up recently. I have a lot of small items I need to price. Like for instance, I have this wood carved vase that I showed you guys the other day. And I told you that I've been kind of on the lookout for some, and I found another locally, and that was this one. This one's got kind of a little more of a weathered look to it. But so I have both of those. And if you guys watched my Virginia Beach Antique Mall shopping trip and haul, and I went to the Salvation Army there, I found these, which are really, really cute. I love these. So I hope you guys are in the mood for candlestick holders because I got a lot of them. I picked this up from my friend Rachel at Lester Loot, and I'll put her tag right here. She had a little event this past summer, fall? No, it was later fall, and she had this lamp for sale, and I had to buy it. It's so cute and small. I also love small lamps. Look at the base. It's got like little flowers and daisies all the way around it. And of course, you know, it's got the brass accents. So the deal with this one is I was going to sell it in my booth, but once again, I'm kind of like, I kind of want to hold on to it. Enough show and tell. I need to actually do some pricing.
Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head.
I got a lot more pricing to do, and I still need to edit this video. Before I let you guys go, I got another package in the mail. Ooh. I think when I ordered this, I thought it'd be a little more gray. Is there a tag? I can't remember. Yes. Oh, that's right. Okay, so this was actually a vintage express piece. Tomorrow we are going on a little bit of a treasure hunt. I am looking for one specific thing, and I have a couple of different ideas of where we could possibly find it. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the like button and to subscribe. Also hit the bell notification, that way you can be notified for whenever I post a new video. And please follow me at Amanda's Mercantile on Instagram, that way you can see anything that I do behind the scenes. If you're not sick of me yet, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Somebody decided to join me on the ground.